As far as timing goes, it will hold off until the second half of the day, just like we have seen. So we're really not looking at much rain until later on tomorrow night, the evening hours and moving into the nighttime. All right, so let's get a radar tour here. Again, we had a severe thunderstorm warning. If you guys missed it, we did a brief little cut-in and quick chat around 6 o'clock when that was issued. It didn't last long. They allowed it to expire early because the storm collapsed, but we're still seeing some pretty strong storms out there. They're just not to the level of a severe thunderstorm. Remember, 58-mile-per-hour winds and size of a quarter. As we look at radar right now in Pasco County, Ponce de Leon Boulevard, we have some storms that are just south of that road, really along I-75. It seems to be where these storms are favoring. And right on that line, as you move into portions of Sumter County, that's where we had that hail core that was showing about hen egg sized hail earlier. It was only for a short period of time, but that storm did fall apart. That is the one I just showed you that's moving out from Dade City and moving through Pasco County at this time, or excuse me, Hernando County, out of Pasco County into Hernando County. As we pan down to the south here, I want to bring you back to this last graphic, though, because we do have some storms that are just south of Hudson and Newport Richey to the north of that. We also have some storms down that way bringing some heavy rain and lightning. All right, now we can enter into Pinellas County as well as Hillsborough County. We have that storm that's, again, drifting off into Pasco, coastal Pasco. And then we have one actually right by our station. I have the camera turned toward the St. Petersburg, the east camera, because we are expecting some storms out that way close to the pier. Here's Gandy Boulevard. You see just coming out from Ruskin, so Hillsborough County into Pinellas County, kind of crossing the bay there. We have some lightning associated with that as well as some heavy rain. And finally, down in Manatee and Sarasota counties, we also had some pretty strong storms. This is close to the Skyway right now, the southern end of the Skyway. As you head into Manatee County, we also have some lightning out that way, so be aware of that one. But overall, we only had one severe thunderstorm warning earlier. It was triggered because of the hail that we had in Sumter County, not necessarily the winds. We still have a little bit of hail out there by Moon Lake Road. I just put a little tag on this to see the size of that hail. At one point, it was around penny size. Now it looks like it's about marble size, maybe even pea size. If you have any pictures, of course, we don't want you going out in a storm, but if you have any pictures of hail, we'd love to see it. Absolutely send it to us, and we'll probably show it at 11 o'clock if we can get it in time. All right, so rainfall estimates from the past 24 hours. Yesterday, last night, we had whopping rain, Pasco, Hernando, Citrus County, all triggering some flood advisories and some flood warnings. We had a flood advisory that was in Pinellas County overnight. We had anywhere from 2 to 6 inches, but on the higher end, some places, like in Pasco County, they had close to 8 inches of rain on that eastern end of Pasco County. Today, we have an excessive rainfall outlook that has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center. What that means is anywhere highlighted in the green here, basically where our sea breeze boundary sets up, we have that probability of exceeding flash flood guidance within 25 miles of any point shaded in this green. And it makes sense, right? Because that's where we're seeing the storms for tonight. Here's Futurecast. Let's walk you through the next hour. This is at 7:30, again, mainly for those areas just to the west of I-75, our coastal locations, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Pasco, Hernando counties, even Citrus County. Moving into tonight, 8:30, I'll get you to 9 o'clock. Things start to dry out. By midnight, we're good. All right, so we will have a little bit of rain around midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. That looks to be around Manatee County, but it's not severe storms you have to worry about. Maybe a downpour, and that's it. 7-day forecast here. We have Friday and Saturday that have been added as weather impact alert days because we have a lot of tropical moisture pooling into our area for those days. So stay tuned for that forecast throughout the week and pay attention to those too.